I've been playing Skywars for 5 years now, which is quite a while. In my time here, I've been in a variety of instrumental Skywars guilds, including Disowned from late 2017 to early 2018, the Bloodlust from late 2018 to 2019, Hypixel Knights in late 2019 to early 2020, and finally, Socked from 2020 to just a few weeks ago. In terms of enjoyment, my favorite guild has definitely been the Bloodlust. I met a variety of people around the community and made some of my best friends in the guild. Everyone there was chill and extremely mature, and everyone focused on getting better at the game. That's the place where I first met people like Bombies and Fulp, and it was a blast being in that guild. I ended up leaving, however, when everyone that I knew started leaving, and the guild began to pretend that it was some sort of gangster drug mafia or something. That was the point when I just called it quits. However, in terms of magnitude in the Skywars community, I think Socked peaked Blood. In pure numbers/statistics, Socked in early 2020 was the biggest Skywars guild ever. I think reaching the #1 position for wins and consistently having at least 7 people on every LB in the guild. Now that I think of it, Socked may have been the most vitamin D deprived guild that I've ever been in, that's for sure. So why did I leave? What made me remove myself from a community that people often constantly associated me with? Since I was in the highest non-staff role in Socked, why would I ever even dream of leaving? I mean, I had move and join perms. Who has move and join perms? That's crazy. Well, the primary reason I left was that I wanted a more casual environment. You see, the pressure that comes with being a big guild often causes guild managements to become more careful about generally superficial things like reputation, and Socked became extremely focused on that, at least in my opinion. But you know, my opinion is right and everyone else's opinion is wrong. This concern about reputation often created a pretty tense environment about absolutely everything, mainly events. And I'm not blaming the guild management either. I'm talking mainly about the general environment of the guild, which is mostly built on the guild members themselves. I didn't want this video to be me complaining about Socked since I generally enjoyed my time there, but let me give you an example of the tense environment I was talking about. Let's say I created a party for private games and invited guild members. I kid you not, every single time I did that, we would end up making one person mad or genuinely salty, genuinely mauled and bald, losing their hair because they died every single game. This is a product of the general mindset that a lot of guild members had. They all felt like they had to uphold their individual reputations. This, alongside the guild trying to hold its overall reputation, made things seem so stale and restrained. It really felt like wasted potential. Another reason why I left is because I generally did not talk to most of the people in the guild. I had been in the guild since March 2020, and so that meant many people who I used to talk to had left by the time 2021 rolled around. The management and parts of Sock staff, who I did talk to regularly, became busy with their own lives, understandably, and so I basically had a grand total of 3 people I could talk to in the guild right before I left. Also, I failed to mention that these 3 people were the only ones that were consistently active in Discord VCs. So yeah, everyone was either playing alone or in separate group calls and whatnot, which really is not my style. And finally, the last reason that I left is simply because I wanted a change of pace, where I had more control to create a guild that could avoid all of the problems that other Skywars guilds have. I felt like there's no guild in the community at this point that had a casual environment like Blood did in 2018. I've said this in one of my previous videos, but every part of the Skywars community is so fragmented in individual friend groups at this point that it's virtually impossible to see a guild that looks genuinely fun to be in. I've had plans to create a new guild with my friends for months now, and we set a date in May to finally do so. So I left Socked very silently, and this video is basically an explanation for that. Thank you to the people there who I talk to regularly, the people who made the guild an overall positive experience for me. But for now, I think my time there is done and I want to move on. And guys, don't take guilds so seriously. In the long run, they really don't matter. If you want more information about a guild, it's called Optimal, and we only accept people that we have talked to before. This is so that we can create a relaxed and fun environment in the guild. The guild Discord is linked below in the description.